many of you love animals? Do you have pets? If you don't have pets or you're looking for one, would you consider adopting an animal from a shelter or rescue? Animal shelters, especially no-kill shelters, are an amazing way to find the perfect pet for you while also saving a loving animal. Today, I'll be going over a few reasons why adopting from shelters is a great opportunity. I'll also counter a few points that people make to choose breeders or mills over shelters, and I'll talk about a few different ways that you can get involved with the process of adopting. One of the most amazing things about adopting animals from shelters is that you can save them from bad situations, like being killed or being euthanized at kill shelters. One of the most sad situations that dogs can be in is to be used as bait dogs. According to Rocket Dog Rescue, bait dogs are practice dogs that dog fighters use. They keep them weak and chained up so their prized fighters don't get hurt. Basically a punching bag. This is Ravid. He's actually a bait dog from the shelter I volunteered at. He was picked up and he was mangled and scarred, and he was very apprehensive of people. After working with him for months, they found that he was actually a very sweet dog inside and just needed a chance to open up. This is one of the reasons that you should choose a no-kill shelter over a kill shelter. While I was volunteering at Sunny Skies Rescue, I found out that most kill shelters will only wait 3 to 4 days before euthanizing the dogs they pick up. According to the Humane Society, of the 3 million cats and dogs that are euthanized in shelters every year, approximately 2.4 million, which is 80%, are healthy and treatable, and they could have been adopted into new homes. No-kill shelters bring in specialists to work with animals that are considered to be aggressive or that need extra help so that they are not just killed and euthanized in shelters that choose these options instead. A lot of people are very apprehensive about adopting from shelters, and they give a few common reasons. One of these is that shelter dogs are aggressive or that they have bad behavior. Many of the dogs that are considered to be aggressive or have bad behavior are actually like that because they come from abusive situations where they were neglected. Some of these dogs were actually rescued from situations like this and now have turned out to be amazing dogs because the rescues have worked with them so that they can actually move on and become good pets. Many of these dogs are there because of human problems such as a divorce or a parent that got their child a pet that just didn't work out the way they wanted it to. These dogs should be given the same opportunity to have a life and be good pets. Another reason that people choose breeders over a shelter is that they really want a purebred dog. Not only do purebreds have greater health problems like genetic issues from being inbred, but they're also much more expensive, and they average between $800 and $1,000, while shelter dogs average from $200 to $400, and they're already spayed, neutered, and microchipped. If you really have your heart set on having a purebred dog, the Humane Society says that actually about 25% of dogs in shelters are purebred, so it is an option to adopt a purebred dog from a shelter. There are many different ways that you can get involved with shelters, including volunteering or getting a job. While I was volunteering, they told me that there's always work to be done, from everything from picking up after the dogs, spending time with them, or folding laundry that needs to be done. There's an endless amount of jobs to do, and they're always looking for helpers. There's quite a few shelters around this area, including Sunny Skies Animal Rescue, Muddy Paws Animal Shelter, and Metro Animal Service, and they all are always looking for volunteers to help out. If volunteering or getting a job isn't for you, fostering animals is also an amazing way to help out these shelters. According to Shelter Animals Count, nearly 87,000 animals were reported being brought into shelters and rescues last year. A lot of these animals need to be fostered, like pregnant dogs. Pregnant dogs need to be fostered until they give birth, and then they can be returned to the shelter where they can be adopted. Another situation that dogs might need to be fostered is if they need a little more attention and extra love so that they can be more comfortable around people and will be readily available to be adopted. Dogs like this need the chance to have a home before they are sent to their forever home and being adopted. So fostering dogs for a few weeks is an amazing way to help out shelters and is a way that many people don't actually know exists. Today I talked about a few reasons why adopting animals from shelter is an amazing opportunity. I also countered a few common points that are made when people are trying to avoid adopting animals from shelters. And I talked about a few different ways that you can get involved with your local shelters. There are more ways that you can get involved with local shelters. Do you have maybe just an hour a week? If you're even more busy than that, maybe an hour a month. If you absolutely have no time at all, you might have the other resources to help. If you're blessed enough to be able to help out these shelters, you can donate to these nonprofit shelters. Nonprofit shelters often run solely based off of their donations and also the money that they make from selling the animals. If you don't have time and you don't have money, you can always raise awareness on social media or by telling your friends and family. Many people just really don't understand the situation and need to be aware, so spreading awareness can be just as helpful as fostering, adopting, or just volunteering your time. The motto at Sunny Skies is that you can't buy love, but you can adopt it. So I challenge you the next time that you're thinking about bringing a new pet into your home to think about adopting a little ball of love into your life. Thank you.